Okay, folks, let's try to do this quiz review for this is the first quiz of the third quarter, first one in morality. Okay, so there were 5 ethical systems, I called them, off the Peter Kreeft video that were insufficient for morality. Make sure you could recognize what those are. Conscience is certainly one of them. I remember knowing things by reason, utilitarianism. Okay. Also, I talked about justified true belief and how we can know something with certainty, and that is as good as it gets for knowing things in morality. You should know the difference and the distinction between modern tolerance and genuine tolerance. And, in terms of it, do we accept evil or do we simply realize it's there? Also, why, say, would conscience be insufficient as a basis for morality? Or why would reason be insufficient for a basis for morality? Make sure you know those. Also, you should have some idea exactly how that guy in the allegory of the cave left the cave. Did he walk out? You should know that one. As far as the goods and counterfeit goods, know what the counterfeit good of beauty is. And you should also know when I spoke about happiness, it was very specific that I said it is not just subjective contentment, what makes you happy or what makes me happy, but it's human fulfillment. You should know that genuine tolerance is rooted in a few things. I said it was rooted in truth and love. You should know what the etymology of tolerance is. You should know that when a culture of death leads to confusion, the culture of life leads to what? I talked about a human fulfillment. Make sure you know that. Here's one that was on the Peter Kreeft video, but I did not emphasize it in class, so this will be the video exclusive. He said moral laws, unlike mathematics and physics. In other words, let me put it this way. Mathematics and physics tells us what a thing is or how it exists. But unlike those, moral laws tell us what we ought to do. Make sure you know that. All right, I already said you should know why human nature is insufficient in determining morality. You should also know the definition of morality. So that'll be a multiple response. Just be able to recognize which words are missing. You should know, let's say, the counterfeit of expediency. And you should also know what is the counterfeit of developing character. Now, I talked in the allegory of the cave that the path out can be which of the following. Remember, the way out was that truth and goodness are objective, and we can know eternal things with certainty. If you know those, you should do well. All right, let's talk about the matching. So what I'll do here is I'm going to give you definitions, and then you'll be able to pick the word. So you should know the definition for skepticism, for truth, for evolution, for nihilism. And when I say the definition for something like truth, it showed up in the slides. Trying to think of a better way to tell you this. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it at that. If I think of anything here in the next few minutes, I'll give you a hint on that. So again, skepticism, truth, evolution, nihilism, utilitarianism, and then modern tolerance and genuine tolerance. And you also don't forget, I said the only sin in our new secular modern age is intolerance. So make sure you know that. Let's just see if there's anything here that I can help you with. Oh, it wasn't a definition of truth. I knew there was something there. In other words, moral relativism will lead you to an incoherent notion of that. Okay? All the other ones, they were definitions. So anyway, it was kind of quick. I gave you, pretty clear instructions. If you know what I just said, you'll get a 25 out of 25 on this quiz. All right, guys, God bless.